warning signs for teammates now as we switch hats from a leader. When you say walk around and observe and maybe be present, do we have to slow down as leaders to actually check, the teammates? Because if you have a team of maybe 5 or 6 on a high level, whether it's in church or a nonprofit or a for-profit business, how do we make sure everybody's, on the same page and one's not feeling martyr's my award?
Sure. Yep. I think that much like love languages, that everybody speaks something different. I think that everybody resolves stress differently too. And that's the one thing that you have to be aware of is that, you might say, hey, let's go, let's take the whole team and go to a baseball game. Let's, and then we'll do that. Well, for some people, that might not be the way that they resolve stress. They might say, I want to be by myself walking in the woods. Yeah. And so that's where you have to get to know that with people. I remember one time that when I was working at a conference center, my director of food services, shout out to you, Rick Foster, he was on the phone with me, and we got this going on, and he was like really stressed out. And so I got off the phone with him, and then I called him about 5 minutes later. I said, Rick, I need you to meet me over at the maintenance building. And he's like, what? And I said, just get over here right now. I need you to come over here. And so he got in his pickup truck and he drove over, and he still was wearing like his white, chef's jacket. Yeah. And he gets out and he's all concerned. Guess what? What? And I had 2 go-karts sitting there already fired up, and they were just sitting there idling. And I said, get in one. He says, what? I said, get in the go-kart. And he says, what is this? And I said, it's called stress relief. I said, you take the lead cart. I'm going to follow you. Let's go. And we just went off-road, and we went around for probably like just a half hour, just drove around. We came back. He was laughing, and he's like, that was great. And he says, and I came up with a couple of ideas on how to fix some of those problems.
So I think if our challenge for leaders watching, you have to be innovative and maybe tailor it based on a ball game or a go-kart or a walk in the woods.
Yeah.
Can we build that into the work schedule? Like, hey, let's do this once a month. Are people receptive, or do you have to almost make it flexible? Like, Mary can't wait till the end of the month.
Yeah,
absolutely. What do we do?
And I think that it's okay to do for one person what maybe you can't do for everybody else. Yeah. So you don't necessarily have to think of a whole group project.